It's a special last home game for a variety of reasons. Obviously celebrating an outstanding senior class of 6 seniors that have been the backbone of our success over the last 4 years. So an emotional night for those 6 seniors. Added on to that is obviously closing the doors to Anderson Arena in our last regular season game ever in Anderson Arena, which has become a very special place for us and been tremendous home court advantage through the years. We enter that game winning 45 of our last 47 in Anderson Arena, so we have a chance to close Anderson winning 46 of our last 48, which is a pretty amazing run, and we're very, very excited about the home court advantage that it created in our tremendous fan base.
With all the success, is it a tiny bit bittersweet to sort of see this come to an end?
It's an absolutely fantastic place to play, and on game night with the crowd in here and they're on top of you and the fan base that we have, it clearly is a home court advantage, and our fans are a 6-man. So it is bittersweet because it's been such a great place and a lot of memories for our current coaching staff with a lot of championships and all the banners that are up there through the women's basketball tradition before us. So a little bit bittersweet. We hope that we can create that new environment in the Stro, but we'd like to go out on a positive note and one more very important victory.
When you took the job here, what were your thoughts of Anderson Arena?
I had early thoughts because I started in the MAC in my coaching career in 1990, and one of the places I liked to scout in person was BG. And one of the things that I enjoyed about it was the fan base and the crowds that Fran Voll's teams in the early 90s put in here in Anderson Arena. And I thought, what a gold mine place. And so it was very special when I got the job. Now, when we started in 2001, the crowds weren't like they were in 90 when I got into the profession, so we had to build that back up. And in fact, we joked that fans could communicate from one side of the arena to the other with each other and not raise their voice. So it's been fun for the loyal fans that were there in 2001 with us that have been through decades of women's basketball success, but it's even more exciting to see the fan base that we have now back to what it was in the 90s.
Because of some of the other venues that are nicer, did this hurt in recruiting sometimes? Did you lose some players because of this facility, or was it an advantage?
It's a great place to play. It was a hard place to recruit to. And so it was very, very important that we got recruits to our games. And there was a big emphasis put on that because our environment, the family atmosphere, our success could offset what this place was when we were recruiting on just a regular weekday and there wasn't a game going on and there was no one here. So we had to be creative when it came to recruiting to this building, but it put an emphasis on getting people to the games.
Curt, with everything, and I'm switching gears here, so I apologize. With everything basically decided in terms of the MAC tournament, how does that affect what you're going to be doing in terms of rotations, injured players, things like that on Wednesday?
You know, the next 48 hours will play into that decision on how Lauren continues to feel, how the aches and pains that everyone have at this time of the year feel, and so it'll be a game time decision how we play that out. But if you told any of those seniors that we were going to sit them because it was the smart thing to do on senior night and their last game at Anderson Arena, I may not be able to finish that sentence, and they would absolutely, you know, fight me on that. So we have to be smart, but at the same time, that class is warriors, and they'll want to play if they feel they're capable of playing. So we'll manage it and make game time decisions.
And when you say game time decisions, are you talking about? You're talking more about minutes in a game, right? More than, you know, level of use and things like that.
Correct. How we're going to manage the total minutes that everyone gets in the game.
Is Courtney Brown maybe the best player that might not be known by the normal Mid-American Conference women's basketball fan?
She's probably the most underrated player, superstar that's been in this league in a long, long time. Because they haven't been a regular season or a MAC tournament champion, it sometimes overshadows what she has done for that program and the numbers that she puts up. At last check, I think she appeared in 4 national categories in the top 15 in the nation. She is an unbelievable player, and someone that you have to scheme your whole game plan to in order to try to contain her.
They seem to do reasonably well on the road, as playing well on the road as at home. What's that all about?
Well, I think they're a dangerous team because they have 4 senior starters. So they're a veteran team. They're seniors. Not only there's 4 senior starters, but 2 of them are 5th-year seniors. So they're a veteran team, and so they know how to prepare for road games and know what that's about. Got great inside-outside balance. They're good defensively. They're long. They block a lot of shots. But offensively, they really get up and down the floor. And so they can score in transition. They score off your mistakes. But then you have someone you can always throw the ball to in the post when you get slowed down in the half-court game. So they're a very, very talented team, and certainly a factor as we head into the MAC tournament.
Other than Courtney Brown, who else on their team do you have to think about when you're game planning?
I think you start their game planning with your point and your post. Ashley Zuber is as quick a point guard as there is in the league. She creates their tempo for them and gets them up and down in the transition game. So you've got to try to contain her and try to slow her down in transition. Because Courtney Brown can outrun you all night, but if they're not able to get the ball up the floor fast by the point guard position to see her, then you have a chance to get back and start your half-court defense around Courtney Brown. So stopping Ashley Zuber in transition is a big priority, and thought we did a good job of that in the first time and made them have to play us in the half-court game, where there's some games they never get slowed down and they never have to play in the half-court game. So you have to start with 5th-year senior Ashley Zuber, 5th-year senior Courtney Brown.
Anything else? Okay.
All right.